make you sleep and you don't even notice before this video ends. And it is pretty simple. I'm going to give you no complex instruction. It is pretty simple. You just need to listen in my voice and follow my pretty simple instructions. And also I'm going to use an ally during this video. It is this controller. So I'm going to use a couple of times this pretty good controller that basically made you feel tingles, also my voice. And before you even notice, you are going to have a deep and relaxing sleep. So welcome to this new ASMR video, and let's get started. First of all, I need that you feel comfy. Find a relaxing place that you can sit down, lay down, whatever position that you feel comfortable. And after that, you just close your eyes, listen in my voice. And it is something pretty important that you need to understand. Every time that you listen in one of the following sounds, that is going to make you feel even more and more deep asleep and feel more relaxing. The first sound is that one. And the second sound so it's pretty simple. You listen in my voice, and every time that you listen in one of those sounds, you are going to feel more and more relaxed, and eventually you are going to fall asleep. So you can search for a sofa, your bed, whatever place that you feel comfortable, and then when you be in that specific location at your house or whatever that you are just right now, you can close your eyes, take a deep breath, and start listening my voice. I'm going to make a random conversation that is so boring that is going to make you sleep. So first, this video, it is to make you feel basically that you're going to sleep. And the sounds, the triggers, are going to make you feel even more and more and more deep in that sleep that you want to be in that state. So I'm going to make it a boring conversation, and with that boring conversation, with my voice and those specific sounds, you are going to fall asleep, okay? So this is going to be a random and weird conversation with myself and with you, so that you just listen in my voice, because I'm going to talk about different topics. I don't know, we can start talking about airplanes. Airplanes, because in the location that I live just right now, if you maybe watch one of my previous videos, you know that I talk about this too much times. I need to move on, because probably during this video, but I try to basically erase that part or stop talking about that while the airplane pass in my location. But the thing is that I don't have any specific thing about the airplanes just right now. I just hate the airplanes. But I think about that, it is not that I hate the airplanes, it is that I hate where I live just right now, because this specific location, it is probably the worst location for create ASMR videos. And even with that, I had more than 40 videos in my channel. So this is an incredible challenging situation, because how you are going to create an ASMR channel and create ASMR videos when you live in a horrible location with a lot of background noise, motorcycles, airplanes, dogs, we live in industrial location, and many other horrible sounds. So that is challenging. So I know that when I move to a new location, this is gonna be better. So the conclusion of this, it is that I don't have to hate airplanes. I have to hate this weird location. And it is no weird location, it is the worst location for create ASMR videos. As I said before, dogs. Dogs are, well, just right now, I don't have a pet. I used to have a cat, But well, that is a story for another video. But even if I like the dogs, you have to keep in mind that there are many people around the world that it is not capable to educate at the right way a dog. There are many people that is not even capable to educate their own sounds, because if you are going to have a dog or a cat, you have to keep in mind that is a pet. It is not your son. It is not a human. You can humanize a dog or a pet, whatever it is, a dog or is a pet. The thing is that there are many people that is not capable, and they know doesn't even take the time to make this research about how to manage or educate a dog, avoid that they bark when they don't have to bark. Because just right now I have a lot of neighbors that have dogs, and those dogs used to bark a lot and for almost everything. And that is one of the reasons, well, the second reason, that his location is why it's so bad. I don't hate dogs. I also like dogs and cats. Every one of them has their advantages and other things. But even with that, I don't have to hate dogs for that. I have to hate their owners of these specific dogs, because their owner doesn't have the capacity to know that it is doing a terrible job educating these dogs. And well, that is the second. The third reason that I'm talking about is the motorcycle. If that is one object that I hate in this earth, it is the motorcycle and the noise that these specific vehicles do. And I don't know you, probably you are the owner of a motorcycle, and I don't worry about anything, and I don't care if you feel or you think bad about me. But that kind of people that basically are reviving their motorcycles and make that horrible sounds and think that sounds pretty cool, I think that that kind of persons, not all, but most of them, have a mental issue, because think that an engine, when the engine is reviving in a specific with a motorcycle, is something cool. It is something that I think that is, I don't know, the most, or one of the most stupid things. I think that is one of the most stupid things that basically you can believe, because it is just an engine sound. That's probably what I really like. The electric vehicles are quiet, doesn't make a lot of sounds. I know that gas vehicles, there are many vehicles that doesn't make too much noise, but with their motorcycle, yes, I hate the motorcycles. I don't hate the airplanes, except because they are a lot of noise and I live in this horrible location. But well, at the end, I think that if I have a deep reflection, I don't have to hate the motorcycles. It is the same with the owners of the pets. It's the person, because there are millions of motorcycles out there, and not all of them used to have or make that a lot of noise. So it is not the motorcycle that I have to hate, it's the owners. As the same with the pets. So at the end, all of this is a conclusion that, well, I don't hate. I feel bad for every one of them. For the owners of the pets, for the owners of the motorcycles, and I feel bad for me, because it is something that I don't have to pay attention unless that you have an ASMR channel. And it's ironic because basically I used to do these videos to relieve and feel better, and well, most of the times I achieved that goal with myself. But it is not only a personal goal for myself, it's also for you, because I want to make you feel even better with these weird conversations, random topics, and all those kind of things that you don't probably worry or think about it. Because at the end, for example, goal of this video is gonna be so boring, and with my voice and this specific controller made you feel tingles, and also made you asleep. It is weird, but well, we already talked about pets, cats, dogs. Also, we're talking about motorcycles, airplanes, and now the other thing is that it is ironic because in my previous locations, those used to be pretty quiet locations. Not much noises specific with the airplanes that you are listening just right now. You are going to listen in an airplane. That it is the kind of things that when I am recording the ASMR video make me a little bit stressed. But at the end, it is something that I can control. I'm going to control that with the time when I move to a new location. So I don't want to feel stress for hate things, because probably you are thinking just right now what kind of things you hate. And well, you can think a lot of things that you probably hate just right now, but that make you feel stressed. And I probably choose this topic because I feel stressed in the last couple of days for many different reasons. Challenges, personal challenges that I've been going through in my personal life. I have to find a new job position. I need money. I need to move out to this location. I want to improve these ASMR videos, and well, there are many others as you. So I'm going to change this topic, and this part of the video could be the middle of the video. I don't really know when I finish the edition of this video. But let's listen in this when I'm talking about this new topic. Let's make 180 degrees change of topic, okay? So we are going to talk, or we start to think about the things that we love. And there are many, probably 100 things that you and I love. For example, it's probably, this is the personal things that I love, okay? So you can think in things that you probably love. First of all, we can listen in. So you are listening to me, and I can listen in all of this noise. Even if I don't like my current location, it is pretty good to listen in, because, or ear, with your ears, or listening, because that allows you to enjoy a lot of beautiful sounds and listening the beautiful voice of people that you, the loved ones, your family, your friends, maybe your son, your daughter, your wife, your husband, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your mother, your father, your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your own voice, whatever it is. You have to love the voices of everybody else, your own voice, and also this capability to listening the music. I love the music, and I know that there are out there a lot of people that love music, because it's incredible what humans are capable of in many different ways, and this is one of that things that I love, listening and have this capacity to hear sounds from nature, from movies, from series, from many different things. So that is gonna be one reason. Other reason for what we have to feel good, grateful, and feel good. The one thing that we love about it, it is to be alive. We keep everything for granted, but even if you don't feel good all the times, when you feel good, it is because probably before you feel bad. And that is a good thing, because imagine that you feel happy all the times. So the second thing that I love is to be alive. To be alive, to feel things, to listen to things, to be here, to create a YouTube ASMR video, to try to help people with my videos, to relieve their stress, deep sleep, and enjoy. So that is gonna be my second thing in the list. It is pretty obvious, but we used to keep things for granted. But life is the second thing that I love. And the third thing that I love, it is the different feelings. When I think about that, probably it is bad if we feel happy all the time. For me, in my personal case, the happiness is quiet, peacefully. When you don't have to worry about anything, you don't have to feel happy. You just don't worry about anything, and you can sit down and read a book, watch a movie or series, and just go up there and take a walk. That for me is happiness, but it's no happiness at all, it's just quiet. And that, well, I don't keep counting what kind of things I love. I just keep out of my mind all the ideas that I had. The other thing that I love is have people in my life. I am the kind of person that doesn't have a lot of friends. My family, it is short. Basically, I have just 4 brothers, my mom, my aunt, my uncle. Well, my uncle is something different. I don't want to talk about that, but it is complicated. But at the end, I'm having a really good relationships with almost all of my brothers, except for one. But it is no something that is up to me. It is because some people feel angry with this life. That's all. Some people feel angry with this life. Doesn't matter anything. But I'm talking with almost everyone in my life and in my family, and I having a really good friends. I used to hang out with them a lot of times, play video games. That's the next one, the persons. But at the end, if you take a look, it is not only play video games. It is when you play video games with your brother, your sister, or your friends. Video games is something that I've been doing since I'm 6 years old. When I was 5 years old, my older brother and my stepfather purchased a Nintendo Entertainment System to my brother. I was 5 years old, and for me that was so incredible. That was a pretty old console, but that was incredible good. That was in 1994, well, that was at that time. And that's the other thing. I love the video games. I love to have people in my life that I'm worried about. Other thing that I love about myself is that I have this capacity to, if I am in a really bad position, that feeling about feel bad, it is something that I basically go through just for probably 2, 3, 4 hours, and I have a lot of resilience in my life. Maybe because I through so complex moments that made me, I don't know, shock my head. And when I start feeling bad for more than 2 or 3 hours, I start thinking to myself, well, I don't have to feel bad. I have the capacity, I have the power, I am powerful, I am capable of this, of that. So I am a lot of resilient. That is something that I love about myself. I love that I am smart. A lot of people used to say that I'm a smart person, and I don't think that for a long time. For me, it's more that I'm lucky. There is a phrase in Spanish that doesn't have any sense in English, but my mom used to tell me that for a long time, and I don't understand that until a couple of years ago, that I am an incredible lucky person. And when I take an entire picture of my life, I realize that I have a lot of incredible lucky for the things that I did, for the things that I'm doing. Even learn from the mistakes. And sometimes it's really hard to forgive yourself about for specific mistakes. But eventually I know that I'm going to do. Sometimes it could take more or less time. And that is part of life. You have to learn. Sometimes it could take more or less time. So the next thing that I love about me, resilient. And the next one, it is I'm very, very lucky person. And thinking about all of this, the things that I love, I can keep counting in many different things. I have a good family, good friends. I am a healthy person because probably I take care a lot about myself. I take care a lot about workout almost every day, almost every week. I didn't do that in the last couple of days, but I know that eventually I'm going to start workout once again. I used to eat healthy food. Probably 80-90% of the food that I eat is healthy food, and I feel proud of that. I'm sure that you probably had a lot of 100 things that you feel proud about yourself and you love. I love that sensation when you work out and you take a cold shower. That is a really good sensation. And when the endorphins go through your body, you feel that you are unstoppable, that you are on a porch with no brakes, just like the Sia song. And well, I can count a lot of things, and I think that just thinking about that has made me feel better and better. Because when you think about bad things, you start going in this down bad, how to say, well, you start thinking even in a more bad and bad things, and eventually you forgive all the things that you have to feel proud about. You have to feel good. And just right now that I'm talking about this, it's pretty curious, but I feel better. At the beginning of the video, I probably say that I have a lot of complaints about many different things. We all have that complaints about our own lives, about many things, but at the end, we have to think that we are pretty lucky persons around this world. If you think about it, just right now, the life that most of us used to have, it is incredible, much better than one Egyptian emperor in the past. So you just right now, if you have access to internet, you have better almost everything in your life that any emperor in the past, in the Egyptian Empire, Roman Empire, Greece Empire. That is something. The thing is that we have to play with our own minds, because it is challenging, because your mind is yourself and you have to sometimes go against yourself to avoid all those psychological traumas that made you start feeling down and even down and down and down. And I realized that a couple of years ago, something that is, or that almost everything knows, is that there are some things in the different social media algorithms that make us feel in a specific feeling. For example, if you feel sad and you start looking sad videos, eventually you are going to feel even more sad. But if you feel happy and eventually you start watching joyful videos, happy videos, you start feeling even better. So probably the thing that you have to do the next time you start watching videos, if you feel sad, probably you should start search for happy videos or happy music. But we used to do exactly the thing that we don't have to do. If you feel sad, you listen in sad music. If you feel sad, you're watching a sad video. So probably you can think about this video the next time that you probably feel sad. Or even if you feel happy, you should watch happy videos. If you feel sad, you probably watch happy videos. But there is a parenthesis here that you have to keep in mind when you think about that. There are some times that you just have to cry, that you just have to feel sad. So probably if you are feel of sadness, you need to be empty first. So if you want to feel yourself with happiness, the best way is to feel those feelings. If you feeling sad, you just cry it and feel that and embrace that emotion. When you feel and you give that permission to feel and embrace that emotion, eventually that feeling starts to disappear and you will be empty. And you are empty to start feeling, happiness, joy, peacefully. So when you are empty, once you basically feel and embrace those sadness and bad feelings, you will be able, because you drill out all that kind of things, you will be empty to feel with happiness, peacefully, quiet. So even if you feel sad, you have to embrace that feeling. Eventually you will be able to feel happiness once again. So that's the thing that I think about it just right now. So probably I had to think and say that to myself the next time, because everyone, you and I, and everybody in this entire world used to have those moments that is some kind of trap that you fall into. So you just need to probably think about this, or I don't know, probably you print a message and you pin it into the wall or something just like that to make you remember that you don't have to make you trap in this bad sensation. And well, the thing is that just probably right now you are remember feeling those good things that made you feel proud, things that you love, persons that you love, persons that you used to love, and moments that you treasure in your heart and your mind, because we all have those moments that we'll remember. Not with nostalgic, maybe with nostalgic, but just right now I just remember when I was a teenager and also in my childhood. And when I stop and think about it, I am and I was really, really happy. I don't worry at that moment about anything, and it was pretty awesome. And just right now, even if I don't know, think about this present, it is not the best moment, but it's probably sure that in the future, I think in this moment just right now, or maybe a moment a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, or probably tomorrow it is going to be an important date and you will remember in the future with nostalgic or with happiness. And it's ironic because the previous year I feel no, I have this stability, economic, and many other things. So basically, for me, the previous year was good enough for me, and suddenly this year started to be a little bit challenging. But it was the same at the beginning of the previous year, and I know that this is no for a long period of time. Eventually, I'm going to be even better. Just right now, I'm better. I'm healthy, and I'm good. I'm really, really good. And I don't say it just because I want to make you feel better, because that is my intention. It is because it's true. I could be better. Yes. I was better. Yes. But eventually, I know that I'm going to figure out all this, just like you can do, and I'm sure that you eventually do it. Because, well, at the end, I know that I'm going to pass through this challenging situation, and I understand that from the last couple of years. It is ironic, but we used to forget that pretty fast. But just right now that I remember, I know that this is just a part of my life. It is just a short, pretty little part of my life. And I don't even remember after a couple of weeks or months. And this is probably just, I don't know how to say this, but it is something that you probably listening or you read in some specific article, book, or another video. If there is life, there is hope. This could be sound generic or even silly, but it's true. If there is life, there is hope. So I keep having hope. I always have. And well, I basically give you this message to you. You have a lot of opportunities that you don't even know. During my life, I've known a lot of people that I never think about it, and just right now, well, when in my life I met this person, eventually I lost contact, but was part of my life and was really good, isn't it? And I'm pretty sure that happened exactly to you. So probably, I don't know how much minutes I'm this video just right now, because this is one of the videos that I have to keep talking about this random topic, and eventually I have to stop because there is an airplane, there's a motorcycle, and many other things. This is the kind of thing that stresses me a little bit, but I am going to do all that I can for every one of you, and also for myself, to acquire location to allow me to create even better and better content. I have a lot of awesome ideas, and I don't know if those ideas are going to be awesome or are going to be good or bad if I don't try. But I need time. I need to move on. I need money. Well, basically for almost everything you need money, but well, I need time, move, and many other things, and eventually I figure out each one of those things that is going to make me fix every part of this channel, with the sound, with the background, with the noise, and many other things. And I'm 100% sure that you can do exactly the same with your own life, with your own challenge situation just right now. You will figure out each one of those situations step by step. Patience is something so hard, but so powerful that, well, we need patience. And we think that life is short, and just the life could be short or long, depends on how you look like, how you look each part, because one day is pretty long, 1 week is even longer, and year it is incredible longer. But if you made that comparison with the life or the universe, it is nothing. So for me, that depends. And probably because we think a lot about time, that's why we worry about many things that we don't have to worry. We have to fight against our minds, against us. It's ironic. I just realized that I have to do a lot of editing in this specific video, but I don't worry about that. At the end, I love create this kind of videos for each one of you. That is my challenging for tomorrow. Eventually, before you watch this video, and you don't even notice, and you don't have to notice, because it is something that I enjoy. Even the edition, it is something that I really enjoy. It is one of the last things that I'm going to talk about this video that I love. Edition and create a thumbnail. Well, I'm started using AI in the last couple of thumbnails. It's something that I want to do, but I just tried to figure out how to improve that. Did you know that Nano Banana of Gemini just launched Nano Banana 2 that is even better than the previous Nano Banana? So I'm going to try because I already tried and it's pretty awesome. And you probably when click on this video you watch an AI thumbnail. This is my face. Yes, it's my face. But well, the thing is that it's something that I really enjoy. That's probably I've been creating videos for so long. Not in this video. In another videos I created videos too for a period of time. But I promised me myself, I have my personal promise about this video and many other things. I'm not going to talk about that because I'm the kind of person that with this Woody Allen phrase, quote, I don't know how it is in English, but it's you. Well, this specific quote I'm going to say in Spanish and then I'm going to translate in English. In Spanish, this quote from Woody Allen. Forget about Woody Allen, it is good or bad person, just keep focusing the phrase. Las cosas no se dicen, se hacen, porque cuando se hacen, se dicen solas. So that in English could be, you don't promise or you don't say things because when you do things, basically the things are doing by himself or say by himself. But the thing is that you can say a lot of people, I'm going to do this, but well, at the end is that you are going to promise to yourself, many other person, and you can say and talk about it, well, I promise that I'm going to do this, that, whatever there is. But the best idea is do it. When you do that specific thing without say anything, you are saying by himself. I don't know if I make me myself understand, but one the thing is that if you talk, I'm going to do this, and you don't do anything, well, the best thing is don't say anything. You just do it. And when you do it, it is basically talking by himself about things that you don't talk about. That is the idea. And it is something that I try to remember to myself. So I have my own goals, a lot of things that I love. I have my own challenge, just like you. Everyone has their own challenge. And for this last part of the video, I hope that you remember all those kind of things that you love in this life, that you enjoy, all those kind of things, and probably made you forget about challenging situations and keep focusing specifically the people that you love, friends, family, daughters, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure that you have someone that you love, and not in a romantic way, because there are many ways to express love, and you have to love yourself. Is the hardest part that you probably have to do, because we keep focusing mistakes and many other things, but at the end, well, the thing is that everyone makes mistakes, and probably if you watch someone that you think that person is perfect, the thing is that no one is perfect. So you probably have to start admire yourself and stop admiring someone else. Love yourself, feel proud about yourself, with all good things, with the bad things, with the good days, with the bad days, with all the challenge that you have. It is incredible to be in this moment, in this earth, because between millions and millions and hundreds and thousands of millions of probabilities not be here, you have the chance to be here. And as I said before, if you feel sad, embrace sadness. Feel sad for that moment, cry, and then you will be open and you will be able to feel happy, joyful, or this peaceful. And well, the most constant thing in the life of most of the people is quiet, peaceful, quietness. And that is part of me. And if you don't have that, start searching. It is not late. You still have time. You just need to start. Eventually, you will figure it out, and you will do it. And well, I'm probably sure that you sleep, so you don't listen this last part of the video, or probably yes, I don't really know. You can let me know in the comments, but I don't know how much time it's gonna take this video, because it is one of those videos that I have to talk and suddenly stop and keep talking and remember when I used to talk. And because I talk about many different topics, well, it is something that is funny, but is stressful, and well, there are many feelings in this moment. But at the end, I feel happy, and you can watch my smile. And tomorrow I'm going to figure out how much cuts and things I have to do with this specific video. But well, this is not about me, this is about you. You are going to feel relaxed, and you are going to sleep and having a really sweet dreams and having a really good night, a good shift, a good nap, a good whatever that you're searching for. Even if you want to relax. Well, as you realize, probably if you watch until this moment, I start talking about, I don't know what we're talking about. We start talking about airplanes, and we finish talking about video edition, dreams, keep trying, embrace sadness, and allow you to feel happiness. It isn't weird that I'm stuck talking about one specific topic and I change. But well, this could be boring and help you to sleep, or maybe it's interesting and help you to relax and relieve stress and anxiety. My goal at the end is help you with all of those things, situations, challenges, and many, many other things that everyone used to have. So, well, if you watch until this moment, thank you so much. I really, believe me, I really appreciate it if you watch until this moment. And well, the last last part of this video, it is that, as always I say, I hope you have a really good day, a wonderful week, an amazing, amazing life. And well, that's all. It's probably sure that you sleep just right now. And if not, well, see you in the next ASMR video. Bye bye.